For a good while now I have been revamping all the video equipment that I own. One accessory that I have been looking at over the time is a video making rig system. I did find that quite a number of these that are available were expensive until I found the Neewer video making rig system. One reason I did buy this was because it was cheap, and when receiving it was astounded to find how good the quality was. I will leave a link in the description below for this filmmaking rig system. The information leaflets for both the rig system and the matte box were extremely simple and in picture format. Both of the handles on the left and also on the right are made of alloy tubing, and the tubing is covered in non-slip rubber. The rail rod system accepts 15mm rods which are provided, and the rods are 60mm apart. The shoulder mount rod again is 15mm in diameter. The construction is extremely clever and uses compression joints to enable you to adjust and amend to suit your needs. Alloy lever knobs are used throughout to make all your adjustments. These are quite strong and robust. On the top platform, non-slip rubber can be found here. This is where you will mount your camera with the 1/4 screw. On the main body here you will see there are 3 1/4 screw holes and a 3/8 screw hole. The camera screw knob again, a 1/4 can be found here. Where the camera mounts there is a good elongated slot. This will help you get your camera in the right position, as all cameras and makes are not all the same. Most of the instructions are in picture format. Simply follow the instructions to place all the items on the rig into the positions that you will obviously alter later on as you make those final adjustments. The only real assembly is the two 15mm rods which are pushed in as shown on the screen. Once these are about halfway, I tighten them up at this stage. These will be used to slide the matte box assembly on when built. The shoulder brace is very well constructed. Inside is a 5mm thick metal alloy plate. This is covered in a fabric pocket and is held together by Velcro. There is only a very small amount of padding inside this shoulder mount sleeving, although I don't think you will really need any more, but more can be placed there if required. On the entry of the pocket, when opened, you will find a 15mm threaded hole. The 15mm rod that you will screw in here is the longer of the 3 rods that came in your kit. Make sure you tighten this securely. Fit the shoulder mount rod into the compression bracket here as shown. Although you can tighten these up now, but I wouldn't tighten them too much because you will be readjusting these later. I'm going to put a quick release plate on the bottom of the rig here because I do want to connect it onto my tripod. I do try where possible to fit the same quick release plate on all my equipment. The same will happen with this rig system. There is a 1/4 or 3/8 hole here for this purpose. I found it very easy by putting it onto the tripod that I can work with it with ease. If it's on the bench it's moving around all over the place. The next thing we'll look at now is the matte box. The matte box has 3 barn doors. Now these are extremely flexible and bendy. Others I've seen have been made of metal and they have not been as forgiving as these barn doors. Each barn door has 2 hexagon push-on clips. This is very good news as you can push them on or pull them off as you require. The barn doors will simply push onto these hexagonal pins. The connector and adjuster for the 15mm rods is made of alloy. The rest of the body of the matte box is made from ABS injection moulded plastic. Fitting the barn doors onto the main body of the matte box could not be simpler. The 2 smaller ones are positioned both on left and right, and the larger one on the top. When pushed onto the hexagonal pins, these will just simply click into place. The body and each of the barn doors has got a matte finish, and each of the doors has got ribbed sections. Now this should stop any stray light or reflections entering the lens when fitted. A multitude of the smaller cameras like DSLRs or camcorders can be fitted on this system. Although I did buy this for my camcorders, I will show you firstly a DSLR camera being fitted onto it. Connect your camera on the camera plate using the 1/4 screw to hold your camera in place. This can be slid backwards and forwards to suit the size of camera that you have. This will fit most cameras, but some cameras may not fit on properly, so you may need some form of packer. Or, as in my case, I will use another quick release plate. This will increase the height of the camera inside the aperture of the matte box. As I said earlier, I use these quick release plates on all my equipment just to standardize everything. With a camcorder, they are normally a little lower than you would have a DSLR camera, so fitting the quick release plate here will raise it up for me substantially that it will fit into the matte box perfectly. If it doesn't, don't worry, because there is an adjuster on there where you can either raise or lower the matte box. The trick is to get the lens just through the hole and in the centre. The idea of the barn doors is to stop any stray light or direct light on the camera lens when shooting. That'll be the same as if you're driving a car and you use a sun visor or you hold your hand above your eyes when out in the sunshine. It'll just stop the glare as you would get from the sun. It is a very simple idea but works extremely well. At the moment here, all I've got is my camcorder in place and just using it without any of the other accessories that I normally use. You do not need the shoulder mount on, but if you do use it, simply push it into your shoulder. This will help keep the camera steady when taking your videos. A typical setup for me here, normally I'm using tripods and different brackets to keep everything together, but using the rig system here, it does make life an awful lot easier keeping everything together. Not only that, now the bonus for me, I can pick it up off the tripod, carry it around and use it. As I mentioned earlier, you do not need to use the shoulder pad, and it's quite handy just having the two handles on either side to steady the rig. Yes, I do wander around with the camera in my hand quite a bit, but I do like to use the tripod, and this system really lends itself very well for that. In this scenario here, I can use the tripod with everything on, then when needed, or if I have to get it off quickly and use the equipment, it simply slides off and I can carry on using the same rig to film everything with the same camera. It does save an awful lot of time. I'm sure you'll have different ideas and ways that you use your rig system. The Neewer video making rig system is absolutely brilliant, and I can't see me being without one ever now I've used one. It's very cheap, robust and very durable. If you are in the market for something like this, this is definitely well worth considering. I hope you found this information of use to you. Thank you for watching.